for real.
I think we all know where this is going, so let's just skip to the end.
Hold on. So let me get this straight. The Nintendo Switch 2 will cost $450 retail, $90 for physical games, just for you to require an internet connection to fully download the game since the full file isn't inside the cartridge. What you are essentially buying is just a key to access a download of the game through the internet, which means you can't just insert and play. You need Wi-Fi. But then Nintendo requires a online membership to be able to play online games. Not to mention the fact that Joy-Cons are now $90 a piece. So after owning the new system for about 3 months, you'll have to buy new Joy-Cons because of stick drift. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, Nintendo is also charging extra for tech demos and for FPS resolution game enhancement updates.
How much I owe you?
3,500.
You said what?
3,500. You got it, bro.
You said what?
3,500. Cash out, card. Got tap and pay.
Hell you say?
Have these Japanese motherfuckers lost their damn mind? Satoru Iwata did not die for this corporate greed. And to know that Switch 2 is going to be the first console generation to where Iwata isn't the head president of Nintendo making all the decisions, what this could mean, Nintendo might be starting to go downhill and could be leading themselves towards a dark future under this new management. I love most of Nintendo's games, but there's so much not to like about Nintendo's current business model. Like, where do I even start? I'm convinced Nintendo is conducting the biggest fuck the consumer psyop and trying to see how far can we push these prices until the audience starts to hit up Luigi for another hit. And I ain't talking about Mario's irrelevant Q-tip head ass brother. But in all seriousness, Nintendo prices make about as much sense as the gameplay screenshots from the Mario Kart trailer. I understand that every character roster needs that one silly joke character, but there's so many in this game that it seems like it's just a bunch of fillers. Some characters will get cut and won't return, even with the possibilities of DLC for this game. But it's already $90. I don't know about you, but if I'm paying $90, I'm not letting Nintendo milk me for my cash, and I want the full package day one. Or at least for all the tracks to be free. But the way Nintendo got the gaming economy looking now, I think it's a safe bet to say Nintendo isn't giving us anything for free. Nintendo used to be the cheap, affordable option for a home console. Now they're the most expensive to fully invest in, charging $90 for a plastic temporary game license key. Nintendo has gotten so greedy over the years. They're the first gaming company in history to monetize a button on the controller. The super secret C button is behind a paywall. They won't even let you access your own digital game library on multiple 2 different Switch devices at once. So you can share your entire digital game library with all your friends like on Xbox and PlayStation. But they're scared of you doing that because they want you to pay full price for Zelda Remastered. And Nintendo announced this new thing called Virtual Game Card, which takes away the ability to play one digital copy on 2 different Switches simultaneously, to where it basically works like a physical game card, but in this case it's just a digital one. The main pros of buying a digital game is that you can play them anywhere and share them with your friend. This takes that away because you need internet to load and eject a digital game card from your library. In the hypothetical situation of that you load your game to your friend, or let's just say your secondary Switch, hopefully you have internet to load it back onto the Switch that you're using, or you just won't be able to access your own game until you have a reliable internet connection. This is supposed to be a portable system, by the way, that will only have 256 gigabytes, the bare minimum for a home console, to fit like 3 modern AAA titles max on your Switch. So make sure you save and manage as much space as you possibly can, or you'll be coming out of pocket again. Your only option is to stock up on the microSD express cards for more storage, and you can't just buy physical anymore to save up on storage, because remember, you don't own none of your physical games either, because most of them are not fully stored on the cartridge. And how fun will it be watching all your games take hours to slowly download because of large file sizes combined with not so fast internet speeds? I see people already saying just straight up boycott Nintendo and don't buy the Switch 2 or any of their games. You had the whole live chat spam and drop the prices in their Treehouse live streams. I believe they'll learn their lesson sooner or later again. again, just like how they dropped the 3DS prices. But best believe these are the final prices for at least the rest of this year. Nintendo's plan might be, once the Switch 2 is a year old, to lower the price to around $350 to $400 because that's what they're already selling it for in Japan, and the only thing stopping you from buying that version is because it's region locked. So you're telling me the Switch 2 is $100 more in the US just because it has multiple languages on it? Nintendo is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. There is no defending this. Anyone arguing these prices needs to get the Nintendo dick out your ass. Now, I don't know if Nintendo got any animosity towards Americans because of the orange man in office right now, but I know for a fact this has nothing to do with tariffs or inflation. This is all corporate greed. This thing's finna sell like the Wii U all over again. I actually like the Wii U more than the Switch. At least the gamepad didn't have stick drift. Coming from someone who's owned the Wii, Wii U, and Switch, I swear the Switch has more ports than actual original Switch games. Now that I think about it, the entire Switch 1 era was just about Nintendo recouping their losses from the failure of Wii U, because they know, oh, since you're already the type of person to buy a $20 3DS game for $60, you'll buy anything. With Nintendo knowing that, they want to know how much more profitable and lazy can they get. Will you pay $80 for free roam in Mario Kart 9? Will you pay money for a demo that should have been a free pack-in? Will you pay a premium price for a lazily undercooked tech demo? What about our online service that barely meets the standards of an Xbox 360? Especially if you want to use our GameChat on our brand new console with the same UI as the last console that the community complained about because it didn't have any customizable widgets or themes. Yeah, we're not giving you that. But please buy into our new gimmick, a overpriced $50 480p camera. We know you love the Switch 1 game, so give us 20 extra more dollars for an upgraded version that comes with a slight graphical bump and minimal DLC, because you'll still pay for it. You watching this video might be paying for all this, but I am definitely not paying all this for a Nintendo Switch. I do feel that it is a good system to only play Nintendo games on if that's all you're looking for, but if you're trying to play games like Elden Ring, Street Fighter 6, or any third-party game, don't buy it on this system, at least, because the game data isn't even stored on the actual cards. It's just not worth it. It's not worth buying a stick drift prone underpowered console, all the overpriced accessories. Like, let me know down below in the comments, are you buying the Nintendo Switch 2? Why or why not? And what are your thoughts on Nintendo? I'm real indecisive of whether I'm getting this thing or not. I'm real excited for the Donkey Kong game, but I'm gonna have to wait for some hands-on reviews of people using this thing before I even think about buying it. We thought GTA 6 was gonna raise the prices. Who would have thought it was Mario Kart? Thank you for watching. If this is your first time watching, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell to not miss out on more content.
Let's see what the damage is. Only $10,000. That's not so bad. I'll just subtract it from today's profit. And there's no money in here. How delightful.